Hello and welcome to this Studio Brutal video. Here I'm going to show you how I make these techno kicks that you can hear in the background. But first of all, please subscribe and like the video if you want to hear or see more of these. I'm going to be doing quite a few over the next couple of weeks of techno technique videos like this. So yeah, let's get into it. Basically this is a distorted kick, which I'll show you how to make it. So all of these are made using native Ableton plugins, so you don't need any extra VSTs or anything like that. So yeah, it's got a kick like this and a sub bass made from the kick using reverb. So yeah, I'll show you how I get started. Let's go. So yeah, the first off, you've got this kick. I'll take everything off it. It is this kick. I've set it to 150 something BPM. I'll put it 150. So this is the 909, the kick 909 sample that comes with Ableton. And then all I'm doing is I'm using the filter of sampler, which has got some really nice distortion plugins to mimic analog synths, and got a shaper as well. And then I'm adding overdrive, and then I'm EQing it. I'm basically want to find where it's quite nice. You should probably have headphones on for this, or just or decent speakers. Headphones probably the best. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a drum bus. I'm going to group it and add a drum bus, and the reason I'm grouping it is because the sub bass is going to come through this distortion as well, and I want it group processed so that you can add it to taste. When you make these, you tend to go a bit too far, and then I normally take it back a bit, then add an amp. The amp can make it really nice and industrial. You can go as far as you like, and you can do different frequency bands, but for now I'll just leave it like that. And then you want to copy the kick basically. So yeah, I copied the kick. You copy the kick channel. Let me just switch everything off. So that's the same. It's just the same. It's the same kick, just copied, and it's through the group processing as well. And then you want to add this. These were on the kick already, and then you want to add a reverb, which will sound like that. Let me take them. Sound really tinny. And then you want to add. It's quite a short decay. And then you want to tame it down so you don't hit the top end of the reverb, and add some drive there and some amp as well, so it's really distorted. And then another filter which boosts it and cuts it and drives it more. And there's a drum bus here. And then it can be too messy, so what I want to do is I compress it. I use a sidechain compressor, to you can hear it as I put the compressor on. You can hear it get cleaner, and what the compressor's doing is you can see it. It's you set it up to be the first kick, and then it is just cutting in quite a high ratio. You can see it, the gain reduction. So when the first kick hits, the sub bass goes quiet, so you get kick bass, kick bass, kick bass. So there's bass where there isn't a kick, clean low end. And then I EQ it, and the way I EQ it is, I'll switch that off for now because I'm show you here. I'll go to the kick, not the rumble, and then I copy the EQ on control, dragging it. And so now the rumble has got that boost, the same boost where the kick is loud, and then I take the gain and I put it down, so it's much cleaner. So where the kick is boosted, I'll make it a bit thinner. The rumble is cut, so the rumble has got like an EQ hole in it for the kick. And then I'm going to make a shelf as well to cut off the bottom end. So you've got, because there's loads of frequencies pumping basically in the bass end that you can't hear and can't feel, but they're kind of there, so I'm cutting them. And if I copy this EQ further down the chain, I think I've already done this, but I've switched it off. Here you'll hear it get even sort of cleaner. So it basically is cutting out frequencies that you don't want. So yeah, that is roughly it actually. You can tweak now you can tweak absolutely anything you want. The more you tweak these filters are key to the sound. You can get more high end and more distortion, and obviously group process them. You can make it more industrial with the amp, and you can add basically whatever you want. You're basically muddying up the sound loads and then taming it down with the filters. Finding like a sweet spot. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, then you can go back and just tweak whatever you want. Change the reverb. Changing the reverb should change it drastically. You can make it quite tight by adjusting the settings there. And yeah. And there's something as well with this, you don't need to do this, but I will show you this. If you go back to the kick, you can group, you can split the frequencies basically. So I'll group this overdrive, and then so I made it into a group, and then I'll make another chain. So I'll copy the overdrive into here. So now there's two. So part of the kick is going through one and part is going through the other. And now I can, and if I put a filter in it, so now I've got, so now I can process, that's the low end of the kick is going through, or all of it's going through here, but it's distorting the low end. And then I can distort the high end more. Like that. So yeah, this is now only distorting the high end. So this is, so there's low frequencies going through here, but just the high frequencies going through there. So then you can distort like the high and the low end of the kick differently. Which is quite nice. It's quite a good effect to do. Obviously you can do more with filters and stuff here, but yeah, well, you don't overdo it, but that is how you can treat the kick differently. You can get that sort of gabber hardcore techno kick sound by splitting it. I mean, you can add more chains here, and you can add different filters and EQs, so you've got more frequency bands, like you can add a mid-range one. But yeah, that's it. Obviously you can add more distortion here as well, like an overdrive. You don't want to overdo it. So yeah, that's it. I will probably make this available as a rack in the comments below. The reverb, the sub bass one. You know what? Actually, I'll just give the whole file away, and you can download the file, and then it's got everything. I'll put that in the description below. So yeah, please, go and have a look at that, and please subscribe as well while you're there. It really helps us out. And any questions or comments, just let us know below. And yeah, that's it from me. Have a good day, and good luck with your music making. Take care. Goodbye.